This is part 4 of a 5-part series on a space alien's anatomy. I briefly mentioned an alien's brain in these last 3 sections, but this section has new information as well as the older information. This is your basic gray space alien. I use this because it's basic and have information on it, not because it's more real than any of the others. And there are quite a few others. This basic alien has humanoid shape and stands about 3.5 feet tall. That's about the same height as a 3-year-old human child. His head seems much larger than ours, but I noticed that their heads are about the same size as adult human male. It would be more accurate to say that an alien's body is smaller than ours. The idea that larger heads means larger brains, which means more intelligence, is called anthropometry. This idea pops up every now and then, and is disproven shortly afterwards. These pictures were taken when the Nazis were trying to prove German superiority. Anthropometry will probably pop up in history again, but hopefully these days people are wiser to its failing. Hopefully. The truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter the size of the brain tissue. It matters how connected each brain cell is to other brain cells. I'll get more to that later. We're back to this guy. Let's take a gander at the supposed brain anatomy of one of these gray aliens. It's kind of intimidating to think that the brain is so huge and ours is relatively small. Anthropometry strikes again. Now you see why it keeps popping up in history. Again, intelligence does not come from the size of the brain tissue, it comes from the number of connections between the brain cells. Sometimes small things are much more powerful than large things. This is a bipolar nerve cell. As its name implies, it has 2 opposite sides, poles. There's a whole bunch of dendrites at the top. Dendrites, not synapses, are things that connect one brain cell to another. A synapse is the name of the connection itself. Here's a multipolar nerve cell. You have a top and bottom. Is it top, bottom, left side, right side, front, back, or whatever? When I put the 2 side by side, you see their similarities as well as the differences. Take a look at the cell body. This is the central part where all of the cell stuff goes on. There's quite a size difference here. I don't mean to be too simplistic, just that insects and aliens only have big cells and humans only have small cells. Humans have both of these cells, as well as these. On average though, insect and alien brain cells are larger than ours. The second part of the difference in brain size is the electrical synapses versus chemical synapses. As I said before, synapses are the aerial connections between the brain cells. Electrical synapses are direct connections. They take the electrical signal, transmit it down the axon. That's this guy. By the way, the axon on this drawing is hash mark because the exact same type of cell can be very different lengths depending on where it is in the body. Chemical synapses are much more complex. These calcium ions to create an electrical charge transmit the signal down the axon, then use the neurotransmitter and receptor gates to pass the signal on to the next brain cell. It's a very complicated process, but it's much more efficient and takes up a whole lot less space. How powerful do you think those big alien brains are now?